Hey, greetings to all. Greetings to all. Hello, everyone. This is Philip from pantechelearning. And I welcome you all for engage your learning experience with pantechelearning anytime, anywhere, and any places. We are always supporting to the students in a technical way. What is our main vision? We are going to help 10 million students to learn the technical knowledge by the easy way. And I welcome you all to today's session of the data science masterclass program. In this particular session, I'm going to discussing with you the product analysis in Power BI 2. So already in the past session, we discussed the introduction of Power BI and also how to installing the Power BI in a desktop version and also how to use the the online version. So this and all we discussed and also how to interface the data set. These are the things we discussed past session. So today I'm going to discussing with you how to plotting the data for how to the plotting the data to different variables and also how to create a multiple data, multiple plottings for two different data set, and we are going to analyzing the data and also we are going to finding the two relationship between the two different variables. These all are the things we are going to discuss today. And finally, I'm going to create one complete particular dashboard to tell the story of that particular data. So this particular session, I'm going to discussing with you product analysis in Power BI tool. So most commonly the Tableau or Power BI will help to exploring the data and viewing the data and analyzing the data. These are the things already we know that. So in this particular session, I'm going to do the different task for creating the multiple chart, multiple graphical representation for two different data, the data features relationship. So we are going to finding the relationship for the two different variables in that particular the data Excel sheet. So that I will tell you how to interfacing the data and also how to plotting the data for the two different data features. And also these are the things I'm going to discuss with you today. So without delay, I'm going to getting into the topic right now. Right? I try to understand this is not a regular class. If you guys are that really interested this particular session in the sense, don't forget to hit the like button and also give your support always to me and also give your heart in comment box as well. Right. So what is the objective of this particular task? That is most important thing. This is actually based on the product analysis based on the several data feature. For example, once you are going to plotting the two different data features, that will be help to finding the relationship between the two data features. So we are going to analyzing the data with the help of the graphical representation and we are going to creating the graphical representation for each and every data features. That can be possible to make it done. For example, for the profit based on date, profit based on year, profit based on the gender, like that you can create. So based on this particular analysis, you can understand one thing. Of course, this year this much profit will be there. And this year this much profit will be there. How we can find it? With the help of the graphical representation. Once you are going to reading this particular data, it can't be finding the calculation in a easier way. It will be taking more time to do that. So that is why I'm going to preferable for analyzing the tool or visualizing the tool. Of course, it is a Power BI or Tableau. So in this particular session, I'm going to use the Power BI desktop version to plotting the different data features and also analyzing the different data features here. And I'm going to using the product analysis based on the several data feature, and we will create the dashboard with a multiple plotting by using the Power BI. That I'm going to tell you how to do that. Okay, so without delay, I'm going to enter in the task. What are the tasks we are going to do? That is most important. The profit by date, the profit by country, and the profit by product, and also finally the country, population, and unit, how to plot that. This is actually the three different multiple tasks, and also finally we are going to the overview of this particular task that I will tell you how to do that. Initially, we need to loading and also the interfacing the data to the Power BI. How to do that? That is the most important things. So already we know that in a past session we discussed how to installing the Power BI desktop version. So I'm going to open the Power BI tool here. Yeah, Power BI. Yes, of course, the Power BI desktop. Yeah. So I'm going to opening it. I hope you guys are excited to listening this particular, the session. If you guys are excited, means please mention in the comment box as well. Don't forget to mention in the comment box as well, because of I need a more interaction session, because of I don't want to make my session as a boring way. So that is the reason. And between this particular session, I'm asking the question to you to interact that. Right. So once I'm going to open, you need to getting the data. So this will be the option, and this is the resource of this particular option. Already you done it or not, you interface it or not. And this will be actually that already you done that any report here, that will be showing here. So I did not do anything here. Now I'm going to get into this particular data, and I'm going to load in this. So already we discussed in the past session how to interface in the data. The same like this, I'm going to use these particular things. Once I'm going to get into this particular get data, and you can see here is the Excel and also the CSV file, XML file, JSON file, and also the folder will be there, or a PDF, several the file type or data type will be here. So and you can access the file, and you can access the Azure as is related to the cloud and database management system, and you can see here SQL access. SQL, the server database is going to be accessed like the Oracle database. All things can be accessible with the help of the Power BI. So today I'm going to use the Excel sheet. So that is the reason I'm going to click the Excel, and also connect here is actually the product analysis. So that is actually that the company product analysis is actually the AJJ cookies company financial. It's just a demo for analyzing the data, just a demo for creating the multiple chart, and also we are going to create in the dashboard as well. So I'm going to loading this particular AJJ cookies company financial. I'm going to open it here. So once it is going to be connecting it, and it will be displays this particular that particular data. And here it is that cookie sale is most important, because we are going to analyzing the product based analyzing. So once you are going to loading this one, so I need to change the several transformation of this particular data. So how to do that? That is the most important thing. So I want to transforming this particular data, and also I want to remove the the entire column, and I want to formatting the data in the sense that transform data option will help to transforming this particular data to do that. So I'm going to click here the transform data. So now you can see this, it will be open the another page to changing this particular transforming this particular data, and you can see it here this particular that. Yeah, just a minute. So now you could understand, and you could see that there are several things here the country based here. First, try to understand this particular data. So here is actually the several countries will be there: Canada, Mexico, Germany, and France, and United States. The 5 different countries will be there. So in between these 5 countries, this product sale, how it happened for these particular 5 different countries. But there is no option any other that the country is not here. So yeah, of course this will be is actually the 5 different country sales here. So after that, I'm going to removing any product or categories. For an example, chocolate chip is one of the best cookie for that, and oatmeal raisin, and also the sugar and white chocolate, macadamia, nuts and fortune cookies will be there. So I don't want to remove anything, but if you want to remove anything in the sense, for example, fortune cookies is not needed in the sense, just click here, it is going to be removed, that particular product category is removed. Which category you want to remove that in the sense, just click here, and also okay, it is automatically going to remove that. Okay, after that, the unit salt is normally the unit salt is actually the whole number. So how to do that is actually the same thing. So I'm going to right click here and changing the data type, and also convert into the whole number. Now it can be changed into the whole number. It is not in a decimal number because of it is the unit. So now the revenue based cookies, this is actually the whole number, and cost per the cookies and revenue is here. and you can see it here, the cost and profit is the most important thing here. So yeah, you can see it here, this is actually the profit of the several product, and also based on the country this will be the profit of this particular product and cookies. Okay, fine. So now it is the data, and you can see it here, like the month number, and also I want to rename of this particular column here. So how to rename of this is actually go to click here the rename, and just month is enough to making that. So after that the year of these particular things, right? Fine. So now yeah, I need to adding the the country basis population is needed to making that. Because of that, for example, units sold and also the revenue. So based on the population, how much revenue will become, these all of the things we can be calculated, we can analyze. So that is the reason I can collecting the data from the website. So how I can collecting the data, that is the most important thing. So if I'm going to click here, and here is the one of the options will be there to connecting it is, of course, other option will be there, that is web here. But I need here the link is most important. So how to get that is actually go to the file, and also the download options will be there. Yeah, I here I down like the use that particular link. This particular link is actually what is that exactly? That is most important thing, right? So I'm going to that displaying it, and this particular link you can see this. Then only you can understand this is actually a list of the country and dependencies by the population. So now you can see it here. This is actually the country name, and this is the number of the population of each and every countries for this is actually you can see it here. I'm going to use this particular country name and also the population. I don't need any percentage data, and also the source of the that source from this particular population, it is not needed. But I need to different the country dependency, and also the numbers is needed. So I'm going to load this particular data to the Power BI. So how to do that, that is the most important thing. So yeah, I'm going to open it, and also I'm going to open this one and also paste it here, and going to click OK. It is going to be the interfacing and connecting this particular data to the merging it here. Okay, fine. So now it is going to be interface through the website. So it is actually that you can see it here. So now I need here, it's showing the several tables here, but I need these particular things to do that. So I'm going to click open, and I need also create that correcting it this particular data here. So here this rank is not needed. So already I told you to that. Sorry. Is okay. Delete. Yes, okay, delete. Oh, sorry. So now I'm going to add this particular sources here. So just a minute. Sources, and also go to that others, and also click here web, and also paste it here, and also okay, and I'm going to run it. Now it is going to be that again I'm going to do the process the same thing here. Yeah, it is going to be displays the table view, and I'm going to click here, and yeah, okay. So now it is going to be the displays these particular several things. I don't need this particular rank, and also I don't need this particular percentage of the population, and date is not needed here, but the source is also not needed here, and these particular nodes is also not needed here. I want to short here because of in this particular data, this is actually the 5 countries will be available here. That means is actually the Canada, Germany, United States, and France, and yeah, finally the Mexico will be there. So 5 different countries will be there. So I have to filtering it that particular the country in 5 different medium. So here is actually going to shorted, and also I'm going to select one by one Germany, and click here, and also the France. Yeah, France. So France is there. Mexico. So Mexico is there. And finally, like that United States, United States is there, and another options will be there is actually Germany, France, Mexico, and that United States. Canada is there. So Canada is the most important thing here. So Canada, yes, I'm going to this select the five different country here. That is much more needed here because of in this particular data, only the five countries sales will be there and products will be there like that. The five countries profit will becomes like this. So this is actually this particular data. So I'm going to rename of this particular data in since country population is here. So country populations. So I'm going to that create the country population and also the cookies. So I'm going to that merging the data here to the based on the country. So based on the country is actually that I have to adding this particular additional of this particular population to this particular cookies here. So I'm going to the merge options will be there. So I'm going to click here is actually the country population. I'm going to click the country as well as the country here, and yeah. So here the privacy is the level is there. So just click here the the ignore privacy level check. So just click here and to that matching from second, and it is going to be that okay, and it is going to be that adding the merge here. So now you can see it here. I want to merging this particular the country population to this particular data. So click here is actually that population is needed. So here the population is needed. I'm going to click here is okay. It is going to be added for this. For an example, you can see this is actually the Canada and Canada. So two different number one and also the number two is a Canada. The same population will be displayed 39767 and 586 and the same thing population will be here. Right. So now it is very clear, I thought. So you want to remove any other things here like that for an example the filtered rows is actually that not needed for that. That is actually that sometimes you did it in a wrong way in the sense that is not needed to removing that. So now you can see this understand one thing of this. Now it is all these things is going to be done. So once it is clear about these particular that particular data, and this is in a format data in the sense what should we need to do, that is the most important thing. So here I am going to use this the close and apply options will be there. So I'm going to close and apply is that this is actually the done process. So I'm going to click it here to done it. So close and apply options is will help to do that. Yeah. So now apply changes, and also it is going to be connecting and evaluating this particular data to showing this particular this page, and you can see the several options will be there that I will tell you how to do that. So here the plotting, this is actually the report which you created, and this is the data, and this is actually the connection. So right, so now it is connected to do that. Now you can see it here, the data is here. So you can see this is actually the report view. Once you're creating this particular report in the sense that is the graphical representation for two different data features. After that, this will be is actually the data visualization page. This is actually the data and is actually the relationship between this data. For an example country, this will be that connecting with this country device and also the country population, and it is going to be displacing it. So this is the most commonly to do this is actually the apply changes again. Yeah. After that, once you loading this particular data, you can do the task one by one. So now it's done. Now we're working on it. I'm going to close this one and I'll show this particular cookie say here, and population is also added here. What is the first task of us? The first task is profit by date. That is most important thing here. So how to do that? That is the several things is actually can do that with the help of this Power BI. So yeah, this got changes. I'm going to applying it. Yeah. Oh, okay. You have changed and apply the changes here again. It's going to be evaluating this one. Once it is evaluated, I need to closing it. So first is actually that selecting the profit based on the month or data. Okay, so I'm going to click the profit here. Okay, I'm going to click the profit here and also the months here. And I need to displays these particular the plotting as well for yeah, the y-axis data is here. Is okay. Just a minute. I'm going to checking it. This month is actually that we need to that change it here to do that. The month, select all, and as okay, it is going to be displacing comes like this, and also I need this is actually the seal for the profit. I did actually the product is most important here. So this click the date. I don't need year. I don't need day. I don't need quarter. And I need this is actually remove this one, and it is going to be the plotting. Yes, okay, right. Profit is there. So it is going to be displays comes like this to displaying it. So I need this particular number of these particular things is going to be displays comes like this. So once I'm going to click here and it is going to be changes comes like this. And you can see this particular the sum of month of the number of the profit by month. This is actually that remove that, and this is the removation, and this is the removed. So initially, I'm going to click this particular profit and the month. It is going to be display these particular level of that one by one, the October, December, and November, and also the September is comes like this. You want to add the legend of this in the sense just going to click here and just drag and drop it here. It is going to be displays comes like this, but it is not needed to removing it. So I'm going to click this is the month and it is going to be plotting like this. So a profit by month, it can be possible to done it. Just go to click cookies and also the month it is going to be done it. So after that, what is the next task that we have to done here? So profit based on the country. So I'm going to click the profit again, and also that based on the country. And I want to suggested to this is actually that for this particular plot I'm going to to use this particular plotting of this. Just a minute. For this particular plotting I'm going to the plotting the line plotting here. For the country basis we can suggest for that bar plot or bar chart. So I'm going to use this particular bar chart to displaying it, and otherwise this is actually the the column chart here, and this the column chart is actually the Canada, France, United States, Germany, and Mexico, like that. So this is actually the sum of the profit by country. This is the way you can create this particular that the task is done by this. Automatically it is going to evaluate and also the taking the finding the relationship between the country and also the profit. Okay, country base profit is there. After that, what is the next task we have to done it here? Of course, the product profit. So how to do that is actually like that you can also like click here to pie chart is also you can done that. For this one is actually like the displays for the pie chart as well for this particular profit by country. And after that is done is what is the next thing is actually what is that? Profit by product. So product, profit, and also the product. And you can see this particular bar chart for the product is as well to do done. This is the same thing. It is the very easier when compared to the other chart here, other tool as well. So you can see this is actually like the product and also the sum of the product, profit, age, and everything. What is, for example, choco chip and white choco. These are the products. So here you need the fortune cookies is like the remote. Okay, so that is the reason it won't display it here. And after that, what is the next task? You have to done it here. Country, population, and unity is here. So this is the tabulation, and you can control Z, and you can see it here. This particular tabulation, and you can add the country first, country, country population, and what is the next thing is here is actually like the unit of the sale for that. So yeah, right now here the unit sold to adding it. So now you can understand one thing for this. The Canada, the population will becomes like this, and also the sum of the sold, the unit sold is comes like this, and the same way for the France and population and sales will becomes like this. In the same way for the Germany here and Germany and the population and this is actually like the sum of the units sold for based on this particular population will be here. And after that the Mexico and comes like this, this is actually you can see it here. This is a population, highest population I thought, and this is the sale of this. And United States, this is actually like the country population to adding this is the way you can work for these particular things. And one more thing, you can like they use these particular like the slicer. See, this particular slicer is much more important when you are going to creating the dashboard. That will be actually will help to do that. And I will tell you how to do that for that. So you can see it here, much more interesting. And so this is the way you can create the like the plotting one by one, and you can find the relationship one by one. For example, sum of profit by month, sum of profit by like in the product, sum of profit by country, and this is actually the product and the unit sold for based on the like that the country and also the population. This much sold will becomes like that. So this is the information of this particular data. You can plot multiple data to this particular dashboard as well. Okay, right. And you can do the one things as well, that year based like the product you can add it here. That I will tell you how to do that. For you can add this is I'm going to like the resizing of it, and I'm going to resizing of it. Yeah, resizing, and you can move this one, and you can move this one to here. Yeah, you can move this one. Now it is placed correcting way. So now I can like that plotting for profit based on the year. It is comes like as some of the year, some of the like the profit it is going to be like displacing it. But you want to like that the sum of the year is going to be like that not in a much better way. So I'm going to like click the date here, and I need only the year. Here is actually the based on the year it is going to be displacing in 2018 and 2019. The sum of the profit it will be going to be displacing it based on these particular several things. You can understand one thing for this: when you are going to profit, 2018 is a very less amount of the profit, but here is actually the 2019 is a much more profit will come like this. Okay, so hope you guys are understood about that how to creating the that multiple chart in one single dashboard here, and this is the way to creating it. And one more thing, you can a slicer. So what is the concept of the slicer here? So sorry, Control Z, and yeah. What is the concept of this slicer here? So here, slicer means base. It is like the filter to displaying it. For example, country. I'm going to click it here. For example, if I click the Canada, and it is going to be displacing the all the data can be changed here. All the visualization can be changed here. And for the France, it is going to be changed, comes like this. And for the Germany, and for the Mexico, and for the the United States, this particular plotting is going to be changed, and it is going to be displays the information for this. For example, the United States, the country population this much, and also this unit of salt this much, and the profit is for the each every product for this particular country, that's it is going to be displayed for this particular country. And year of the profit for this particular country, it is going to be comes like this. And this is actually the based on the country, and this much value will becomes like this. And this is the plotting of this month wise for this particular country. So I'm going to click here and click here and click here like that. Once you are going to the click all one, it is going to be display all the country value it's here. Okay, right, okay, fine. So how cool is this is actually? So this is the way you can create a multiple plotting for the product analysis. So I'm going to closing it. I'm going to adding the text it here to the text box is actually I'm going to adding it. Text box is for the title of sorry, Control Z. The text box is going to be helpful to adding it and adding it. This will be going to be, oh sorry, and go to adding it here and adding it like this. And you can enter the text and increasing the size of the text here and a little bit bolder, and you can change the the Arial black. And this is actually the product, sorry. So here you can that add AJJ cookies company profit analysis, like that you can add it here. So here analyzes. Okay, so this is the way you can add it, the name it here. So once I'm going to edit this one, and this, and just click it here and fit the position of this. And you can adding the color of this is actually that font color. You can choose the color is here and choose any color of this particular this yeah. So like this you can create the name of this particular dashboard. Yeah, here add dashboard. This is the way you can creating the dashboard for each and every this particular things is actually that so this will be is not needed. Just go to click here and delete this one. Just a minute, I will check it to remove that. Remove and click here to remove. And now you can see this, it is in a clear view of that. So after that you can that the new visual data, and you can, it is not needed right now. So to remove this, and you can see this quick measures and publish and recent sources, and this all of this style will be there. So here the file view This will be like, that complete view is there. For an example, once I'm going to click this, in the sense it's going to be visualized like this. This is much more pretty than that. So I need to change this particular color of this, and it will be much more better to, like, this change the color is here. So of course it is changed the color, and you can see this is actually like, the much more pretty to see this for the darker way. And so this is the way you can like, the creating the dashboard for this. Okay, right? So is that clear? I hope this is the much more easier than is actually like, that comparatively the W. And this is the very like, the useful like, the purpose of this. And you want to like, this change just a minute. It's okay. So now you can see this. This is the visualization part, and this is the multiple table. Now I can tell the story of this particular, like, the graphical representation that I will tell you. So this is actually like, that AJJ Cookies company profit analysis based on month, based on product, based of year, and based on the country, and like, the population for the different countries, and also the like, the country details. So this will be help to like, the displays the analyzing one by one. So now you could understand one thing. In October month, this the profit is very high when compared with the other months. Very least is actually the May here. So you can understand one thing. This is the graphical representation of each month profit is there. And in the same way for the profit based on the like, the product, maybe this chocolate chips is like in the highly sale profit product. So that is the reason this much is very high when comparatively. The second one is of course the white chocolate, but the very major profit is actually like, this chocolate chips. So what is your understanding to taking the decision of that? Of course we can next production we can move for the chocolate chip. So that will be actually the more sale. This is very demanded products. So that is the like, the analyzing completion. So after that, some of the product by year. So this is the profit of 2018. This is the profit of 2019. But you can understand one thing when you are going to see these particular things that I will tell you to like, that yeah, we can see it here. One more thing. Yeah. So here, some of the profit by year, but of course, it is can be visible through 2019 is a much more profit year, much more profit year. And you can see this the profit based on the country. Of course, when you are going to see this is actually like, that which color? Yeah, Canada is much more better than like, this what United States. That means two products, two countries are like, the profit is very much equal. So that is the reason these two countries is say profit is much more interesting to similar to that. And you can see this particular based on the country, what is the population based on the country, what is the population for the Mexico, this is the population, and United States, this is the population, and the unit of the salt for this much of population, salt comes like this, you can see it. If you want to like, for the Canada, for the France, for the Germany, for the Mexico, for the United States, the data is going to be changed, and it is you can analyze and you can visualizing one by one based on the country of it. Right? So I hope you can understand very well about it. So how to save this particular file and how to population this particular file, that is most important, right? So hope you guys are understood about how to creating these particular visualization one by one and how to create the dashboard finally. Hope you guys are understood about it. If you understood very well and this concept is very clear in the sense, please give your heart in comment box right now. Don't forget to give your heart here because of I hope this is much interesting when compared with W. So you can understand very well and you guys are very clear about this particular concepts, I hope. So after completing this one, what should we need to do? Just click here and save. This is actually like, what is the name of that AJJ cookies? Cookies company company analyze, profit analyze, dashboard. That's it. So this is the way you can download it and you can save this particular, that Power BI file. Now it is saved and yeah, apply later and it's going to be saved. And also you want to publish it. How to publishing it is actually that you can see this actually, yeah, home publish is option will be there, and select the destination of that. So here select, yeah, it is going to be the processing of the publish process. Is it actually it is going to be run that? Yes, it is going to be successful, and you can see this actually the get open this in a Power BI website, and you can see this actually this visualization done by Philip Bennett. Yeah, you can see it here. This is actually published. The date updated 4 by 4 2023, and got it. And you can see this is actually that visualization of all the product. You have to the visualizing. Once I'm going to click here, yeah, once I'm going to click all the country, it is going to be displays that. So accept all these, and you can this particular visualization will be happen here. And once I'm going to click this particular country, you can select all the country here and displaying it for that. So one by one, you can select and visualizing the the visualizing part based on the country. You can visualize this while you are going to click here. This is the publishing part. Okay, right. So now this is all about the save and publishing and how to creating the dashboard as well. So first one, a profit by month, profit by product, profit by year, and profit by the country. And this is the information of the population details and also the unit sold. And this will be the filtering format is like that. So this is all about these particular that what is that product analysis for the particular specific company, that is AJJ. This is the way you can analyze for the business purpose. Hope you guys are understood about this particular concept. I hope. So without delay, I'm going to entering my time. So every day I given a one motivational quote to you and for me as well. For this particular my time, I'm going to choose one particular thing. This is much more interesting. This will be actually is very impressive to me and very connected to me for this particular motivational quote. So you know what? Nothing is permanent in this life. So don't stress yourself too much because nothing is permanent in this life. Today has happened. Tomorrow it won't happen. Tomorrow we are going to forget about that. If you are thinking too much that, this is definitely that will be affect yourself to that several things and also making the conversation to them in not in a good way. So here nothing is permanent. Today you don't have money. Today you are not richer, but tomorrow or after the year you will be a richer man. So about nothing is permanent. Everything is cross across our life, and we have to face all the things. So don't stress yourself too much because no matter how the bad situation is, of course, no problem. We can face. We have to face the bad situation, and we have to handling and we have to enjoy the good situation as well. Because no matter how bad the situation is, it will change. Not in every day is bad, not every day is good, but every day is having the good or bad. That we have to face it. So, because no matter how bad the situation is, it will change, and you're gonna be okay. Give the space of the particular the bad time, it will be automatically going to be changed. So, that nothing is permanent in this life. Don't stress yourself too much because of the bad situation we can handle. good situation we can enjoy. Because if the bad situation, it will change. You're gonna be okay soon. So give the space for them as well. And also, um, nothing is permanent in this life. Everything will be happen in a positive way. So keep your mind in a positive way. Okay, so nothing is permanent in this life. Everything will be happen like as you wish. So do the hard work and make work on it for the future. Okay, so that's it all about today. So I hope you guys are understood about the today's session. So please, if you please get in touch with us. If you have any queries, you can contact 8925533488 and visit our website www.pantechelearning.com. If you have any queries, any suggestion about this particular session, please send one mail to this particular mail ID philip.pedit@pantechmail.com. So thank you all. Have a nice day and thank you all. We'll see you in the next session with a different topic. Bye bye.